Hey, everybody. So I want to talk quickly about today's Desmos assignment over translations. So, what you're going to be asked to do today is go through an assignment. The assignment has 11 questions, as you can see up at the top here, but not all 11 questions are going to count for your grade. Now, that being said, I don't want you just to skip through and do only the questions that count for your grade, because some of these other ones, number one, are kind of fun, and number two, might help you understand these translations a little bit better. So I want you to go through and at least try each question. So, this first question, thing you might want to know, notice a lot of when we do multiple choice things, the things you'd bubble in, the answer choices or the boxes you'd click are round. Most of the time, if they're square instead of circles, it means there's more than one answer. For this one, I'm going to tell you there's 3 answers. So you would just check all the ones that applied. Now, when I go to the next page, here's the cool part. I can take this point and now you can see if you were correct in choosing, because you can drag this shape over top. So hopefully you chose A, and you can drag it to the other ones. Now, a translation, remember, is a slide. Notice that L is not changing shapes, not changing sizes. It's staying exactly the same, but it can move to other ones, and one of those it can't fit into. Question 3 actually wants you to play around with the rule. If you don't know the rule, it's okay. Whatever number you type into the box is how far the shape is going to move left or right. For example, if I type a 5 in here and I hit submit, I get to watch the shape move. And you can tell that it would have to move 5 units to the right. So try to see if you can figure out the number that each of those belongs to. Same thing applies here. No matter what number you type in that box, you're trying to figure out the vertical movement that would be required. So if I do a 9 units up is not going to get me on top of one of the other ones. Same thing can apply though. You can also type a negative number in. -3 would move it down, but it's not going to set it on time. So you're trying to get what number could you type into that box that would match it up with each of these. See if you can guess them all. Here, notice that's not a translation. That shape actually got bigger. What they want you to do is drag each of these points so that this shape is the exact same size as this one. Here's the key. This is 3 blocks tall, 2 blocks long. So you need to drag each of these so that it matches the size of this one. Then just type in the box a little bit. Hey, how did you know? This is the first question that you're going to need to take a screenshot of. I want to know how many over and how many up would you have to move this original shape to get it on top of here. Now, here's the part that you need to be careful of. This bottom corner, this bottom corner needs to get to this bottom corner. So if I were to draw a straight line, how many over and how many up to connect them? That's what you'll type in that box. Take a screenshot of that page. That's the first thing you'll turn into Echo. This next one, this is the second question that you're required to do. Here's what it gives you. It gives you the graph that has this. Then it gives you this rule. It says, I'm going to move 5 units to the right and 3 units up. So this shape is going to be going 5 units this way and then 3 units that way. Now, what that means for the rule is that means that each X number, you're going to be adding 5. Each Y number, you're going to be adding 3. So what would the new X number be? What would the new Y number be based on these? Submit, take a screenshot of that screen. That's the second page you're going to turn in. Let me erase this before I go to the next page because it's not going to erase on its own. Come here, go to the next page. Come on. Oh, I have to go back to my cursor. All right. Same thing here, only this one, don't get freaked out. This one's going to have you going 2.5 to the left and 1 down. So that means this shape is going to go 2.5 this direction and 1 unit down. Well, remember, when I move to the left, that's the same thing as subtracting. When I move down, that's the same thing as subtracting. So each x number, you're going to subtract 2.5. Sorry, this is sloppy. My stylus doesn't want to write very nicely. Each y number, you're going to subtract 1. Now, yes, I'm going to ask you to subtract a decimal. No, I'm not going to expect you to do it in your head. Please, 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 please open up the Desmos calculator and check it. I've already had 2 people turn in an answer, and most of these are wrong because they subtracted 1 minus 2.5, or they subtracted, 2 minus 2.5, and they got 0.5. That's not correct. So make sure that you subtract x, each of these minus 2.5, each of these minus 1, put those answers in, hit submit, take a screenshot of this page. Back to erasing my work. Thank you for being patient with me. This one is not a requirement, but it's good to try to write that rule, and it'll help you tell you if you're correct. Instead of entering individual coordinates for a shape that's been translated this, you can type this rule to find its vertices. So what they want you to do, they just want you to type that rule and watch what happens. So type that rule, hit submit, watch what happens. On here, it actually wants you to write a translation. So to get this to this, how many over and how many up? You're going to do x plus something, y plus something, hit submit. You'll probably get to watch it move. See if you can get 2 out of 3 of those. One of those is not going to work. And then finally, it allows you to make a challenge. I haven't played with this too much, but if you want to play with this one, you totally can. Share it with the class. Otherwise, those pages 6, 7, and 8 are what I'm going to need screenshots of and echo, but the other things just to mess around with. 1, it's kind of fun, and 2, it'll help you understand the translations rules a little bit better. Send me an email, show up to the live lessons, let me know if you're still struggling, but proud of you for working hard.